Welcome back to another exciting episode of Cyber Defense TV. I'm your host, Gary Malevsky, and guess who is sitting in my hot seat? You'll recognize him, Chandra Pandey. He is the CEO of Seceon. That is SEC as in security and Eon as in far ahead of others. Chandra, welcome.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks a lot for inviting us again.
Now, you guys are innovators. You have kind of looked at a holistic approach to network security and people security. You put it all together. Tell us how you're doing what you do to stop breaches. As we hear, there are big name companies looking into how you do it because you're an innovator.
Yeah, so that's great questions, Gary. If you look into the last 2 weeks, many of the major companies in the industry has come up and they have said exactly what we have been saying for 4.5 years, that industry need the comprehensive cybersecurity approach, not just like having another silos out there. So whether you are looking into the IBM in their sales kickoff 2 weeks back, they said that, hey, it all has to be bring together. Silos does not work. Same thing is like we had the Palo Alto came in. Now you have Microsoft and Google. They are trying to solve the problem, which we have been kind of talking about for 4.5 years. And the approach, what we took it the grounds up approach. That if you wanted to really provide a comprehensive cybersecurity, you have to start with the raw set of the information from whether you are on-prem, cloud, remote, all of those things you have to look into the single context and be situational aware what is happening in there to proactively detect the threats. And then also it's not about just detecting the threat. Most of those other vendors still just talking about, oh, I will proactively detect if they get the things working, but also eliminating, containing the threats before it does any damage, any breaches happen, any compromise happen. And that requires a lot of kind of innovation, disruptions, what the people have been talking about and what we do today.
So for 4.5 years, you've been talking to me and others and your customers about artificial intelligence, machine learning, comprehensive cybersecurity, where you're looking at different aspects. You've been ahead of competition on detecting a breach, but not just detecting it, seizing its ability to steal data. Tell us how you do that.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So if you look into when we take a raw set of information and we extract 768 features out of those data, whether it's like coming from your flows, are we looking into your raw traffic, are we looking into the logs, our identities. And when we're talking about the identity, it's not about just a human identity. It's like machine has an identity, application services has an identity. When we take those features, we do around 20+ million enrichment, and then we pass that data in the real time with the 3 set of the engine, which is our machine learning, which is looking from behavioral point of view, dynamic threat models, which is looking for what is no. You don't have to have machine learning to tell something. Something is no, always there. You know this is not kind of something will be happening. And then we have AI with the Actionable Intelligence. What the AI for us, just like simple words, we can talk a lot complexity, but simple word is think about a human which have billions of events memory in there, which can look into what is happening right now in the context and situation and what has happened associated with that particular event in the past. And the past is not just 1 day or 1 hour or 1 month or 1 year. It can go as long as my system had been in your environment, and pull it all that together and pull into with the threat intelligence what is happening around the globe associated with that to come out with the threats and our alerts, or maybe not even come out with alert. That's hey, we are going to watch more. But once alert comes out, it also, because of our visibility of your whole organization, we know what is the action has to be done. Whether you have 10 different vendors, different gateways in there, where you have a firewalls or you have web gateway or email gateway, we have to go and eliminate the threats, cut off that communication, go into the credential and take action to disable the credential, kick the user out, enable the reissue of the credential in there, or even just quarantine a device. Whether you have EDR or you have AV, we will say go and quarantine it, or you have a NAC, we will say, okay, now this device needs to be quarantined in there. So it's not about just proactively detecting, but also giving you options either automatically or push button, or you just cannot give you option. This is what you need to do. It's very definite. That's why we call it AI with actionable intelligence.
So AI with actionable intelligence means you're comprehensively keeping an eye on and remembering things that happened in the past and understanding threats and events in the real world, plus on my network, to instantly isolate or stop the breach.
Exactly. That's what the whole goal is. The proactive cybersecurity goal is proactively detect the threat before your breach. You avoid the breach. You don't want to have a breach to happen and then you do incident response. If you want to look into the whole history of an incident, we keep the data in there. You can go and analyze it as detailed you want to. And you can go as far as you might be looking into 3 or 7 years behind the scene. But the whole goal is proactively detect the threats and contain and eliminate that, so you don't have to go through all that back-end kind of investigation and spend millions of dollars doing all that work, and still you have breach anyway. So that's not the goal. Should be always proactively detect it, take care of it, and then you can create all the reporting and everything and keep on improving your security postures. That's what the key is.
Seceon, again, eons ahead of competition. You guys are creating a comprehensive cybersecurity solution that doesn't require, which is really exciting to remind our viewers, doesn't require an endpoint deployment, yet you are protecting endpoints.
Exactly. That's what we are doing.
This is great. This has been a great interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Chandra, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gary. It's always great to meet you.
Great to see you. So, folks, go to Seceon.com. Find out who the local MSSP is that's deployed a solution, so that because you can afford enterprise class security that's comprehensive from his solution set that's been doing it 4.5 years and light years ahead of competition. You can get it today at Seceon, Seceon.com. Check it out and learn more, and come visit us again for another exciting episode of Cyber Defense TV. Thank you so much.